Okay, in this video clip, you're going to learn how to create proper informal communication documents using email, which is the informal way of communicating within a company, and using a memo, which is also an informal way of communicating within a company. However, the memo is usually just a little bit more formal. In that, you might use a memo to communicate to the company that you have a different policy or training program that you're going to implement, or you might have an announcement to make, and it's just more formal within the company to use what's called a memo. So to format a memo in a blank document, hit enter 3 times. And you can see here from looking at my document that puts me approximately 2 inches from the top, because my top margin is already 1 inch. You can see that, and then hitting enter 3 times puts me down here to almost, and I can see I'm at 1.6, which is approximately 2 inches. So I hit enter 3 times, and and I'm going to key the memo headings and format them in bold and uppercase. So I'm going to hit my caps lock and type 2: tab, and then I'm going to turn off my caps lock and type who it's being sent to. I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to format my headings in just a second. Caps lock again, from : tab, turn off caps lock and hit enter. Date, all caps. And I'm going to put the current date, so I'm just going to start to type today's date. Turn off my caps lock here. Okay, hit enter, and then subject in all capital letters. Oh, when I do that, see, I have my show hide on, and I can see every time I hit enter is a paragraph symbol, and every time I hit tab, it's an arrow, and every time I hit spacebar, there's a dot. And I want all of these to line up, and since subject is so long, that means I'm going to have to hit tab twice for the other two. So I'm just going to click in front of each one of these like this and hit tab again so it all lines up. And now I'm going to type the subject, which is updated email addresses. Okay, and now I need this to be bold, the heading and the colon. So I'm going to select it and I'm going to hit B for bold. Then I'm going to come here to home and I'm going to double click Format Painter. Okay, and then I'm just going to click and drag over the other headings to copy that format over. And then I'm going to click Format Painter to turn it off. So now that puts me here. And just something to remember, generally courtesy titles, which are Mr., Ms., and Mrs., are not used in a memo. So like it's sales managers, and then it's from this person, and it's the receiver's name may include a title depending on the rank of the company. So these are going to the other sales managers. If this is going to the president or the CEO, you might put Mr. Smith or something, CEO, instead of just CEO. You would use his name. Okay, after typing the heading, I need to hit enter. Okay, and the body of the memo, the line spacing should be 1.08, which is default spacing. So let's check and make sure that's what it's set at. And I go to line spacing options, and I can see that it is set at 1.08, so we're good there. And I'm going to begin to type the memo. Okay, when you're done typing the body of the memo, you're going to notice that a couple things here. Our spacing is the default 1.08. We don't hit tab at the beginning of a paragraph in a memo, and after the last one, we add reference initials one line below the body of the memo. And if the memo is being typed by someone other than who it's from, so this memo is from this person, but we're the ones that typed it, so you need to type your initials, and your initials, my initials, my name is Tracy Weber, and mine would look like that. They're small letters ran together with no spaces. Also something to note, items clipped or stapled to the hard copy of a memo and electronic files attached to an email are noted as attachments. items included in an envelope with a memo are noted as enclosures. So you're going to key enclosure or attachment one line below the reference initials if you have to. Okay, so if you were sending maybe a hard copy of a list of these emails, you would hit enter and type, and if it was paper clipped, attachment. Okay, now notice when I hit enter, I have autocomplete set up to where my name pops up. If I point at this blue bar below it, my autocorrect options, I'm going to choose change back to TW. That's what I want. It's that little button there. So if that happens to you, just click that and tell it to change it back. But that's what they mean by the enclosure or attachment notation. And that's how you do a memo.